some breaking news on the very story. Congress has now hit out at Home Minister Amit Shah after he accused them of insulting Ram Bhakts. Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury of the Congress party has hit back at the BJP saying they're trying to polarize in the name of Ram but are actually following Raavan. That is the latest we are now bringing to you. Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury now launching a scathing attack at the BJP, calling them Raavan. Let's listen in to what he had to say.
The entire government has been deceiving the common people. And when we are protesting against this, so certainly it will not be digested by them. So now they are trying to divert the attention of the common people by resorting the only weapon they have. But in the name of Ram, virtually this government has been worshipping the Raavan. So the draconian measures they may resort to. But we do not have any alternative but to protest against the government's anti-people's policies.
All right, let's try and contextualize these latest developments, and for that I'm joined in by our correspondent Siddhant, who's joining me live from the national capital. Siddhant, going by the scathing attack that has just been launched by Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury, it clearly goes on to say how the BJP, especially Amit Shah, have successfully managed to place the opposition, especially the Congress party, on the back foot.
Well, that's correct. And in fact, this statement from Mr. Shah came when the protest of the Congress party came to an end. And you know, Congress party in a way gave this opportunity to BJP, to make this attack on the Congress party. Also, why I am saying this is a responsibility of the strategy makers to decide a particular day for a protest. When this particular day, 5th August, is pious for crores of Hindu devotees and is also very special for patriotic people of our country, because abrogation also happened on the same day. 370 was removed. Despite that, Congress party chose this very day to wear black clothes and to raise issues like GST on essential commodities, price rise. So, you know, BJP in a way tried to give out a message that this protest was not to raise the issue of the common public. This protest was in fact to oppose this protest was in fact this protest reflects the ideology of the Congress party, which is against the Ram Janmabhoomi movement, which has been against the Ram Janmabhoomi movement, and also against the removal of Article 370. So this is the message which BJP wants to give out at this point in time, to which now Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury has reacted to, and he said that that BJP is not the real devotee of Lord Ram; they are the devotees of Ravana. So Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury, who is infamous for making controversial statements, has again come out with a new controversial statement. Let's see how BJP will react to this statement of Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury.
Right, Siddhant, also when we speak about the Ram Mandir issue, I'd like you to also highlight how emblematic it has been as far as the politics of the 80s, the 90s, cut to what we see BJP now. It's almost been a milestone for the BJP government. Having said that, how has it A, redefined politics in India, B, also not to forget the kind of clever ploy it has become. All right, I am also joined in by Mr. Tom Vadakkan of the BJP. Let me quickly go across to Mr. Vadakkan. Mr. Vadakkan, how would you react to Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury saying that they are not the Bhakts who follow Ram, instead they follow Raavan? How do you weigh in on such a statement?
Adhir Ranjan has been a serial offender in terms of controversies that he raises, and he has to apologize. He did that with the President of India. Now this. Can you imagine? He's supposed to be a very senior leader of the Congress party, and he does not choose his words appropriately. How can he call a political party and their leaders as worshippers of a demon? It's unfortunate. This is not an opposition party that he's leading. is the devil's mind itself.
Mr. Vadakkan, there's also the allegation, not just from Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury, but the entire Congress party, that what the BJP is resorting to is just a diversionary tactic and that they do not want to address the ongoing issues of the common man, whether it is inflation, the GST price rise, or even the rising unemployment. How do you react to that?
It's unfortunate that in Parliament, when there's a discussion on price rise, inflation, the finance minister, after she had COVID, was there, spent enough of time explaining everything. And at that juncture, what we noticed was there was a walkout, and they were not interested. And they come out and try to grab headlines by making notorious statements. Now, as to the question of the other issues that you have raised, it is plain and clear that the real cover-up operation is to divert attention from the ongoing inquiry by the ED and issues concerning with that. They have no love for price rise, inflation, or anything of that kind. Out of 50 lakhs, if you can get assets worth 2,000 crore, these people, do you think, are affected by price rise? They are beyond all that. That the country has realized, and that's why all this drama that they enact.
Also, Mr. Vadakkan, how do you react to allegations that the BJP or the government at the centre is not treating senior leaders of the opposition in the right light, that senior leaders, be it Rahul Gandhi or even Priyanka Gandhi, are being manhandled and that they are being detained, and this is a deliberate sort of manoeuvring by the government at the centre?
The law of the land will prevail. Section 144 is there in the areas that they were demonstrating. And when they indulge in this kind of activities, and arson follows, and this is a phenomenon, they're doing it across the country. Now, when they're politely told to move out from there, they don't. Then police has no other option to maintain law and order. They have to remove these people. So and what about the assault on policemen? It's a two-way traffic. When you're dealing with a situation, you assault policemen, you do arson, and the name of what? That your two leaders are being investigated upon. The law of this land is equal for everybody.
All right, Mr. Vadakkan, thank you so much for sharing in your precious views with us. And with that, we quickly slip into a short break as news and updates follow on the other side. Stay tuned to CNN News 18.